So when I was 100 level, I sincerely wish somebody sat me down and gave you the exact advice I'm about to give you now. Because whether you like it or not, the steps that you take in your 100 level are going to be part of the 80% of things that are going to affect how you finish off in your final year. And every single day I get DMs, it will say, oh, I wish I did this in my 100 level. Oh, I wish I did this in my 100 level. If not, I would have been able to graduate with the result I wanted now. Or I would have been able to do this by now in my final year. And it's like, now they can't. But guess what? You can. And that's why I'm going to be giving you 5 tips that I sincerely wish that everybody knew in the 100 level. And these tips are going to sincerely make the difference between you graduating as the person you want to graduate as and you not graduating as that person. So anyways, let's get into it. And first of all, please, that party and things you want to do in your 100 level, leave it for now. And let me explain why. The things that you're doing with your 100 level and 200 level first semester result are going to really matter more than you think. One strategy that I employed right from when I entered was that I already had plans that I wanted to do a whole lot of other things in my life apart from just getting good grades. So what did I do? My 100 level first semester, second semester, and 200 level first semester, I focused on getting that exact result that I want. I did not get 5.0 throughout and all that kind of stuff, but I had a very, very, very stable first class result that allowed me to have the flexibility to do whatever I wanted for my 200 level second semester upwards. So with having that foundational result, let me tell you what that does for you. It gives you a foundation to build on. Because by the time you have that tertiary result, because you'll be going to Nigerian and party up and down, in your last final years when you're supposed to be flexing or doing things that will actually advance your career, no, you are there trying to figure out how you balance up your GPA, that you have this kind of resources that they'll be able to employ you. What's that rubbish? Unlike somebody that has worked hard to have their foundational good result in the 100 level, now they have a good result that they can simply just build on if they fall off during the semester whereby they're trying to do other things at the same time, which was practically what me and I was doing. And so it just gives you that much more confidence and ability to, be able to move around your academics instead of you trying to do fire brigade near the ending when you're supposed to be having the best times of your life. Of course, even if you have a good result at the beginning, that doesn't mean that during your final year you should just, do whatever you chooses, but it just makes you have less of that panic attack that, oh, I must, which you will simply avoid if you just do the work in your 100 level. The second point is going to be the difference between you killing yourself or you having the best time of your life. Please, if you're still at home before your 100 level and you don't have anything doing, spend your time praying about the roommates that you have in your 100 level. If you're a parent watching this video, please stop praying for your child in your 100 level. You know what you should focus on? Praying that they have good roommates, because unlikely is it that your child is going to influence themselves to do lots of bad things. But do you know who is more influential to your child in your 100 level? Their roommates. I've seen a whole lot of people that the reason why they became such wonderful people now and the reason why they became whatever they are now is simply because of their roommates. I know that a lot of people, you're sitting down there and like, me, I'm not the kind of person that falls to peer pressure. They cannot just tell me what to do. They cannot just wait until you're in a room with 3 other people that are doing nonsense and you're the only one there. I'm giving you 3 months, maximum 6 months. Let's see how you'll be after that time. Because the roommates that you have, maybe they might not really change you, but they might make your living space very inconvenient. I don't know if you've watched After before, but let's be for real. All of us that have watched After. Remember that first movie when she was with her useless roommate? If she was never with her useless roommate, she would have never have met Harden, and her life would never have become that useless as it is. Well, anyways, let's not talk about that today. Let's go back to the main point. So, just like when you're a working, parent or a mother, and you come back home and your children are doing all their choices, or your spouse is just doing anyhow, will it be able for you to have a good emotional or physical or spiritual life? No, because the house that you're coming back to meet is constantly stressing you and giving you mental wahala. So, if you have a band roommate that maybe just getting on your nerves all the time and all those kind of different things, you won't be able to study or pray or do anything that will actually make your life beneficial. So, just ensure that if you can choose your roommates, don't just go and even choose your friends, because even choosing your friends sometimes might not be a good idea for you, and you might end up leaving that room, spoiling that friendship. But if you are in the kind of schools where you are in, like my own school, where you cannot choose your roommate, just pray that you will have good roommates, that will actually help you, not the ones that will be playing, music at 2 a.m., or people that will be locking you out of the room, when you go to the library to read, or just people that are just playing out demonic. And so this next point, it's going to be very, very, very important, because this is one of the many things that will determine the kind of person you will graduate as, in your 500 level. And it's the fact that in your 100 level, a lot of people are going to come to you. A lot of things are going to happen. Going to be lots of nice people walking around and all that. But one thing I will definitely tell you is that don't let your friends choose you in your 100 level. Because most likely, the people that you are with in your 100 level, unless you decide to change, are people that you'll be with to your 500 level. And the people that you spend your time with are going to highly determine what you think is possible and what is not possible. And I have said this in many videos before, and even in the 100-day playbook that recently just came out, where I documented every single thing I did to get my 5.0 results this last semester that passed. And if that sounds interesting to you, you can check in the description below for that. Anyways, so the friends that you have, yes, are going to highly affect the kind of beliefs you have, the kind of things that you think are important, the kind of things that you think are good for you and are not good for you. So don't struggle to, know everybody in your department. The fact is that you have 5 years to know them, and you eventually get to know them later. But what you should focus on right now is the kind of people that you want in your inner circle. Believe me, a lot of people I do not even know in my 100 level, but as we came to like 300 level and some even in 400 level, I finally got to know what their names are. So don't stress to know everybody or be that person that talks to everybody and all that kind of thing. There's no need for that. That's sincerely a waste of time. What you should focus on is cultivating core relationships that will actually, be there for you when times are really, really low, because one more, university is a journey. It's very long. So you don't need people that will be stressing you all the time, emotionally and physically. People that will be telling you to take drugs or do things that will actually end up getting you removed from the school, or all those kind of things. You need people that will give you strength, when your strength is not enough. That's what you need to find in your 100 level. And so this next one, I did not start adopting this one until like my 200 level second semester. But I feel like if you know this in your 100 level, oh my god, you'll be the next big thing. Start practicing good money habits early. The reason why I started practicing this in my second semester, because that was when I kind of started my whole self-development journey and all that, trying to understand how to make money and all this kind of stuff. But if you can start saving at least just 10%, of your monthly allowance from your 100 level to your 500 level, the amount of money you would have had saved, will be so crazy, and you have so much things to balance off, when you start doing your NYSC and all those kind of other things. It's not the kind of thing that you save the money now, then you go and use it and buy gun. No, I'm talking about actual money that you save, maybe in a mutual funds or those kind of things that will actually help you to have substantial amount of money after you graduate, that you say that, oh, this is what I've saved and this is what I can use to maybe start off my business, start off my career immediately after I finish university. And if you guys want me to do a video about things about money and all those things for students, you guys should comment that down below, and I'll look into that later on in the future. But yeah, so investing, right from your 100 level, because of things like compound interest and all those things, it's going to be highly beneficial to you by the time you get to your final year, or even after you graduate, because you have had a whole lot of money to bounce off on, rather than spending that money on doing Zaire or all those things that don't really matter. And this point actually links me into my last point, which is start your self-development journey early. I feel like I started my own. I know I started my own in 200 level second semester, which I feel personally for me was quite early enough, which because my plan was that, okay, I build up my GPA my first 3 semesters, and then from there I start working on other things, that I actually want to do in my life, but right from the 100 level, we start getting the knowledge, and all those kind of things. And then maybe in 200 level second semester, after you build your GPA, you can actually start executing more on the things that you know. If you have not resumed your school yet and you're not doing anything, right now in your holiday, I'll give you this one assignment. Read The Richest Man in Babylon before you get to school. And then whatever you see in that book, just implement it. You thank me for this one, you know. But not just that book, but other things, like getting to read other books or understanding some particular concepts. If you have the time, do those things, in your 100 level or preferably your 200 level second semester after you've secured your GPA. Because if you'd asked me when I entered school, a few years ago, what the purpose of school was, I would have told you it was to know concepts. But after a few years of being a study YouTuber and experiences and things and talking to people, I've come to the understanding that school is to know, not just to know about concepts and things, but to actually know more about yourself. And if you finish school and you still don't know some substantial things about yourself and all that, I can definitely say that you have already attended school. Because God knows, if you had told me my 100 level that I would, be a content creator and be doing all this other thing, I would say this one don't finally craze, because I sincerely hated social media and I still probably do. But over time I've come to understand that these are the kind of things I actually genuinely enjoy doing. And so start understanding the things that work for you and things that will be beneficial to your life as early as possible. Don't really employ that you do it in your 100 level. Your 100 level, you should focus on your results mainly. But from your 200 level, start reading self-development books. Start watching people like Tam Cole, Alicia Gogan, Amy Wang, Jay Spark. Start watching their videos, right from your 100 level. Don't just be watching aimless things that don't really have any benefit to your life. But strive to know a lot more about yourself. Strive to know about, things that will make you money early as a student, in case maybe you don't end up using your degree, but just strive to know. Strive to know. If you don't remember anything from this video, strive to know. And you definitely won't go wrong with that. So yeah. So your assignments before you enter university from this video, go and read The Richest Man in Babylon. And if you feel like you can, DM me on Instagram, with all the things that you've learned. And if there's any point that stuck out to you in this video, feel free to comment down below about it. Let's all be in the comment section discussing it and everything. And I wish you the best as you enter school in your 100 level, because believe me, you're going to need it. So work as hard as you can, do as much as you can. And if you're a parent or a sister or a family member watching this video for somebody that's entering 100 level, be sure to forward it to them, because they will actually really need this information more than they think. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys another time on this channel. Congrats on your admission as well. I forgot that. Congratulations.